don't know any titties. Yahweh evening, everybody. Nehemiah 4 verses 5 said, and cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from before thee. For they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. And cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out from the before thee. For they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. Cover not their iniquity. Nehemiah asked God not to overlook or forgive their sins at that moment, because their opposition was not just against Israel, but against God's work itself. Let not their sin be blotted out. This is a cry for justice. The enemy was deliberately trying to stop God's people. I always remember that. From restoring Jerusalem, which meant resisting God's plan. They have provoked thee to anger. Nehemiah sees the insult and opposition, not as personal attacks, but rebellion against God. Before the builders, their ridicule was meant to discourage the workers, weaken their faith, and halt the rebuilding of the wall. This is an example of what's called an imprecated prayer. A prayer asking God deal with enemies. It shows seriousness of opposing God's work. For us today, it reminds us that when we are mocked, opposed or resisted for doing God's will, he sees it and he will bring justice in his time. The lesson for us both, justice and mercy belong to God. When people oppose us today, we can bring the pain to God like Nehemiah did, but also follow Christ. Example, by asking God to forgive, heal, and transform our enemies. What this basically meaning is that when somebody come into your relationship and try to break or divide or separate your relationship, even if someone come and interfering in your relationship, just know that give it all to God. They can't tell what God already built. When God said, when he joined two, let no one separate. I always remember that.